Before I get started, don't forget to get my book, Foundational Black American Race Beta. You can get that at Amazon right now, ladies and gentlemen. So while everybody's coming in the room, let me see who would like to possibly speak a little bit later. But right now we have a question for the family here. We got a question because we've been seeing a lot of these discussions on Twitter Spaces and other sectors of online activity. And we keep hearing the theme, well, is foundational Black Americans, are foundational Black Americans, is that a hate group? I've seen that come up, and I've seen some foundational Black Americans kind of entertain that line of questioning. And let's be very clear, that's a bad faith argument. Whenever you hear talk about is foundational Black Americans, is that a hate group? We know what that is. These are just jealous, angry tethers spewing and babbling nonsense. Let's be very clear. And I'm only bringing this up because sometimes you have some FBAs who sit up here and they kind of go along with the rhetoric to a certain degree. Let's be very clear. And we've been very thorough with us explaining who and what foundational Black Americans are. Foundational Black Americans is a lineage. And people know that. We've explained that many times. Foundational Black Americans, that's a lineage. We've designated our own lineage. It is a lineage. You cannot join a lineage. Either you are born a foundational Black American or you're not. Just like an African American, a foundational Black American is what an African American is supposed to be, which was a term that was delivered to us in mass in the 1980s. And that African American term was delivered to us. Now, again, people used the term sparingly before that, but the term African American, that was given to us through the Democrats, through Jesse Jackson. And that was a term that was given to us to make us comparable or comparative to immigrants. And that's kind of a deceptive term. We're not African American. And that's why that term has never really worked for us, because using that line of rhetoric, Elon Musk is an African American, and that's what they call him. They call him African American. He can be an African American. He was born in Africa, now he lives in America. Charlize Theron can be an African American. You have so-called Middle Eastern people claiming to be African American. See, we got these catch-all terms. That's not what we are. We are a distinct group. And for so long, we're used to people labeling us and giving us a damn name. We did something that nobody expected. We made a power move. We named ourselves, and we all got on code based on the name designation. And we gave ourselves a name that cannot be remixed, ladies and gentlemen. You can remix Black American. There's a lot of people who come over here from Africa and the Caribbean, and hell, even South America, sometimes India. They come over here and start talking about their Black American. Ain't that what they do with Kamala Harris? Nobody's American from Kamala Harris's family. Both of her parents come from immigrant backgrounds, but they run around talking about she's a Black American. You can remix Black American. You can remix African American. You can remix Negro, but you cannot remix foundational Black American. It's a lineage, and that's the reason why a lot of people who are not FBA, they have a problem with it, because you can't remix it. And it's an exclusionary term, so it excludes people. When you exclude people, that's a show of power. This is why every other day people are making rooms about foundational Black Americans. And shout out to some of the FBA family in here. Shout out to Sister Wani Sparks. I see you, Wani Sparks. I see my beloved Sister Wani. Y'all need to be following Wani. Wani be giving these people the business on here, by the way. But we got to be very clear who we are and when explaining it, because people try to compartmentalize our lineage because we've designated ourselves and we got on code around it, and it's a power move. Other groups can't really do anything about that. And that's the part that's frustrating a lot of people. We didn't go to white society asking for permission. So that frustrates a lot of people that we've designated ourselves and our lineage. We've designated ourselves. And we did it in a way where other groups are excluded. Because, see, we as Black people, we're always taught that we as foundational Black Americans, we have to operate in the role of slave, meaning if we do something progressive, everybody has to benefit from it. If we do something constructive, everybody has to benefit from it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what slaves had to do. You had to work and sacrifice your labor so that it would empower and enrich all other groups and other people. And other people expect us to be their damn slaves, ladies and gentlemen. So when we say, hey, we're not going to be slaves to anybody, we're not going to sit here and use our lineage to ingratiate all of these other groups into a lineage they had nothing to do with, and then let them tack on to it, we're going to start circling our wagons and we're going to cut people off the same way they cut us off. Now everybody wants to cry foul. And that's okay. We have to stop worrying about people crying foul, because when you have a code, they can't really do anything about it. So this is why a lot of people, when it comes to us acknowledging our lineage, they have to try to make our lineage something that it's not, meaning a four-wall group. This is why you have these tethers running around talking about FBA as a hate group. See, they have to compartmentalize our lineage in order to try to attack it. And it's futile. And I want foundational Black Americans to really stop worrying about that, because they can't do anything. Them whining about our lineage and trying to pretend it's something else, how does that work for them? That's not really working for them. See, what they're trying to do, they think if they yell hate group and all that stuff, they think white daddy is going to come along and do something about it. See, they're doing this little futile, feeble, dry snitching by sitting up here talking about FBA as a hate group. They think that they're doing some dry snitching and white mommy and white daddy's going to come along and say, hey, who's this hate group? What's this hate group about? White mommy and white daddy can't do anything about us acknowledging our lineage, because we're not a group and there is no leader. So let's say I fall off the earth tomorrow. Let's say I fall into a black hole and go into a separate universe and I'm not seen anymore. People are still going to acknowledge their foundational Black American lineage. That's not going anywhere. That's the great thing about being on code. This is not a four-wall group. You can't do anything about it. Tethers, but whine, and you whine because you can't do anything. You whine out of frustration. That's the great thing about it. That's a power move. This is not like the Black Panthers or some kind of organization where you can attack the organization's headquarters, you can attack the organization's leaders. Nah, this is not that type of deal. And that's why they're so frustrated. I'm not the leader of anything. Don't ever try to say I'm the leader. You saying I'm the leader of anything, those type of lies don't work. Well, how are those lies going to work for you? Y'all think white mommy and white daddy going to put me on some kind of list? Do y'all know I'm on every FBI, CIA list already? Stand the hell in line. I'm already on the FBI list. Anytime something crazy happens, they come knocking on my door asking me if I know somebody. I'm banned from an entire country. Okay, let's be very clear. I can't go nowhere near Britain. I'm banned from the entire area of Britain. So, family, a few tethers whining online about us being a damn hate group. Boo to the damn who, all right? And I want the FBA family to stop even giving them any type of energy as if they're making any kind of moves. Family, whiny tethers don't mean anything. When tethers are whining, you winning. When white supremacists are whining, that means you're winning. And that's the great thing about codification. Because people can't do anything about folks being on code with each other. Codification is powerful, just like white supremacy. This is why white supremacy is so powerful. There are no leaders of white supremacy. There's no one leader, and white supremacy is not one organization. It's a mindset, and a codified mindset of millions of people in the dominant society. That's why Black people have such a problem with it, because you can't compartmentalize it. We have to try to look at white supremacy in terms of the KKK or the skinheads. That's not what white supremacy is. Even the white supremacists themselves will try to regulate white supremacy and designate those groups. The white supremacists have no problem pointing out the Klan and the skinheads. They have no problem pointing them out. Yeah, go attack them, but don't attack the white supremacist judge that's presiding over all the cases in Black neighborhoods. Don't go after the white supremacists at the Board of Education that's miseducating Black children. Those are where the real white supremacists are, ladies and gentlemen. So white supremacy is a code that many people have. It's not an organization. And that's what makes them powerful, because they can sit here and deny that white supremacy exists, even though we know it affects and it dominates all areas of activity. And they sit here saying that it doesn't even exist. Now, they used to be loud and proud about it, but they got on code, and part of the code was denial. After the 1960s, you couldn't wear your white supremacy on your sleeve. You couldn't wear it on your sleeve. You couldn't wear it on your sleeve. So you had to flip the game and say, okay, white supremacy don't exist. There is no racism. And we were like, but you just had a sign that said colors only, and you just lynched my cousin. So what do you mean there's no racism? No, we just signed a civil rights bill. Racism doesn't exist. Benign neglect. In fact, Black folks don't exist. Minorities and people of color exist. So not only does racism no longer exist, Black folks don't exist. There's just a bunch of minorities out here now. Oh, okay. So anything we do to aggrieve people for the past racism, we're going to give it to minorities. See, if we're going to eradicate racism, we have to eradicate labeling people by their designated race. So you won't label us white. We won't label you Black. We'll just give things to people of color. Okay? Okay. And we fell for that nonsense. You see, we got to stop falling for trick bags that they throw out to us. And again, like I said, foundational Black Americans, it's a lineage. It's not a group, not an organization. You can't join it. You can't quit it. Now, I understand some of the confusion came from Strappy and Tone Tits with their nonsense and their shenanigans. You know, the failure that was ADOS. They were sitting here claiming to be an organization, and they caused a lot of confusion. They were talking about the lineage is part of a lineage and it's an organization at the same time, and then they're the leaders of the lineage, and then you got to sign some paperwork. So that's why everybody distanced themselves from those idiots, okay? Because there was too much confusion all the way around, and that's the last thing we need is confusion. So we got clarity. We are a lineage. You can't quit or join a lineage. That is what you are. That is who you are. Now let's get some folks on the line and let's chop it up. I see some of the family in here. I see Sonny in here. I see some other people in here. Okay, let's get a lot of folks in here. Let's get this person, Malim. Let's get Malim in here. Malim. Hop in here, Malim. Malim, turn your microphone on.
Hi, Tariq. How are you, brother?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
I'm good. I wanted to say, bro, you're doing good work, and USA. I mean, actually, in your government, you really need reparation.
Yes.
I think we talked. Yeah, we talked before, and at that time the topic was really different. But in terms of what you're doing, bro, you're doing a good work. At that time, I had a I think because of the topic, there was a little misunderstanding there. But I just want to encourage you, bro. Keep going, keep doing your work. And because why am I saying this? And it's not just to say it, but the main essence I'm saying this: you really deserve to do this work because you're doing education, you're educating people, you're raising awareness, and I did a lot of research. Back in 1992, the U.S. government has paid back over 80,000 Japanese Americans.
Yeah,
Equivalent of 1.6 billion. That amount of money right now it is equivalent to 3.67 billion in USA currency.
yeah.
So, bro, I think we talked before, and I think we talked about the immigration system. Right, for immigration, I think.
Okay, thank you, brother. Yeah, my brother was all over the place. He wasn't going to land that plane anytime soon. But shout out to you, brother. I just wanted to keep everything moving. King James, hop on, sir.
Hey, Tariq, how are you?
How you doing, King? How are you?
Not much, man. Keeping cool, big bro.
Yes, indeed. So what's on your mind?
Not bad, man. I just wanted to, as far as the reparations thing, I wanted to say, as somebody myself, I'm not FBA. I was born outside of the country, but I grew up here, and
Okay.
I heard the reparations talk a lot when I was coming up. So I think, when you've been accustomed to the system for so long, I think naturally it's very fair to see all Black people win. You know,
Yeah.
there's a lot of confusion going on as far as the Caribbean side or African side or, the FBA side. But I'm praying, that our African American family gets the reparations going quickly because it's long overdue. And I hope you guys
Right.
get it like really, really like pretty much tomorrow.
No doubt. Now, where's your family from?
My dad actually, my grandfather was born in Jamaica, on my
Okay.
mother's side, but my dad is Nigerian. I was born in Ghana though.
Oh, okay. There you
Yeah.
go. All right, man. Much respect to you, man. Thank you so much, fam. Let's get David in here. David, hop on, bro. David, turn your microphone on. All right, David.
Microphone's on. I just wanted to say, brother, I'm proud of you for pushing the code. And I know you standing on a lot of shoulders.
Yes, sir.
Keep on macking, and keep on pushing.
Yes, sir. No doubt, man.
Yep.
Much respect. Yes, sir. Ray, let's get Ray in here. We're getting Ray in here. Ray, hop on. Turn your microphone on, Ray.
Peace and blessings, Tariq and the FBA family. How y'all feeling tonight?
I'm good. What's that clicking in the back, brother? Are you cutting open a blunt? What are you doing right now,
Jesus. Hilarious. No, my lady over here trying to light her blunt. She ain't got no juice in her
lighter. Okay. Oh, God. Tell that sister don't burn the house
Please
down.
don't
That
burn the
sounds
house
like
down.
a big lighter she's using. Please don't.
Did you know that in them big ass big lighters, it's a small ass big lighter every day?
Yeah.
Isn't it, bitch?
All right, damn, sister. All right, but what's on your mind, fam?
Well, I just wanted to keep it brief. I wanted to talk about how, each and every immigrant group is allowed to come over and practice their ancestral culture here in America. I think the hate that they speak about is really their projection for the hate that they have for us trying to realign with, our ancestors. And
right,
we need what's due to our people so that our future ancestors don't have to come back to deal with the decadence of white supremacy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for the call. Yeah, man, we got a great history, man, and culture as foundational Black Americans, man. I'm not about to ignore that. We're told that we have to ignore all of these phenomenal foundational Black Americans, and we have to give props to some people in Africa from 5,000 years ago. And shout out to them, but I'm not going to skip over the Ida B. Wells. I'm not going to skip over the John Horses. I'm not going to skip over the Nat Turners. I'm not going to skip over the Rosa Parks. I'm not going to skip over the Langston Hugheses. I'm not going to skip over the Biddy Masons. We just have so many phenomenal people right here who's a part of foundational Black American culture. I'm not going to skip over the Lewis Latimers, the Grateful T. Woods, all of our phenomenal people, the Princes and the Michael Jacksons. our culture is phenomenal, and we have been programmed to give our culture away to other cultures, and we're not doing that no more. We're going to be loud and proud about what is foundational Black American culture. That's no hate to nobody. That is no hate to anybody. We're not trying to denigrate you. The problem is, so many people have been used to us giving our cultural achievements to them. When we want to own our cultural achievements, people want to cry foul. You see, we're not going to do that. Let's get Picasso.
Yes, yes. How y'all doing? How my
What's up?
kings and queens doing today?
Yes, indeed. Where you from, Picasso?
I'm from Los Angeles, California.
There you go, my man. What's going on? What part of LA you in, man?
Well, I am centrally in Koreatown with all the Koreans and all that Korean barbecue.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
I'm originally from South Central Los Angeles.
There you go, man.
Inglewood.
Yeah, but you know there's a crime wave out here right now, you see?
You ain't never lied. I mean, the woman was oh Lord, 2 alien bitches got into a fight. One was blue and one was green. Okay, so I backed up. I leaned back like Fat Joe. Lean back, and minded my own business. That was in South LA to visit my grandma.
Mm-hmm. So what's on your mind, fam?
Well, you know what? We collectively, not only as a nation, but what we need to do is we need to reserve and take back our sovereignty. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
We need to take it back and go through those steps to reclaim this third dimensional self, carbonic, 98% water. Did I miss anything? We have to reclaim that back and elevate.
Now, brother, you don't understand the regurgitation of the plebiscites, first of all. Now, if we're going to go there, we cannot satirize the sage that is prevalent in the Magula Adamguala.
You
understand,
preach.
Brother? That's what I'm saying to you. Now, can you please expound on the expungement that you just peculiated, brother?
What I can say is this. When you know better, what do? We do better.
And listen, let me build on that, brother.
Okay.
When you do better, you make stew better. And you make stew
you ain't
by
never
using
lied.
some of the comedic energy, understand me, from the Halayan dialect and some of the emerald tablets that came from ancient Kemet, right? You put that in some holy water upon the metanetta, and then you got to have the metanetta. You got to be clear on that. You got to have the metanetta. Once you use that metanetta and then mix that with some Lowry seasoning sauce, what you gonna get? You gonna get soul food, brother. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
You ain't never lied. Now you can go on down to Dueling Soul Food on Manchester.
There you go. All right, let's get some more people in here. All right, thank you. Okay, we got a lot of folks in here. Okay, let's get some more folks in here. Okay, let's see who we have. This is not the plebiscite poetry hour right now. All right, let's get JJ in here. And please, no more plebiscite poetry hour. Okay, no plebiscite poetry. All right.
Hello, my
JJ,
brother.
what's up, bro?
How are you?
Okay, brother. Okay, brother. You okay over there?
Yeah, I'm in London, bro. How are you?
Oh, okay. You sound like a hostage. Sound like somebody had you in the trunk of a car somewhere, brother.
No, man. I think it's my AirPods.
Kick the tail light out and wave your fingers out there. SOS if somebody got you, brother. They're gonna do something to you if they take you to the second location. Never go to the second location. So what's up? What's going on in London, bro? What's happening out there?
Everything is good, man. There's been a few scandals going on. I mean, there was this young black boy that was arrested by the cops. Well, there was a young black girl that was 15 at a school, and she was felt in a sexual way by the police that strip searched her because they assumed she had weed in the classroom. So there's been a few things going on over here that's very crazy out here. But I think compared to America, everything is more. I don't even know how to put this, but I'm gonna put this as simple as I can. In America, I respect a racist who is more upfront about their racism to me. But
Yes.
in London and the UK, especially Europe, everything is more internal. It's more your effect. You can't go up in promotion. You're not allowed to succeed in a more introverted way. So it's more covert than it is extroverted. So everything is as bad as what's going on out there. And I do feel it for the black people that are in America right now. I will say that there's pros and cons to both sides. And I really commend you guys for, sticking it out as much as you do. I'm in America as much as
No.
I can. Like, I need to come to LA soon for some business and stuff like that. But I'm really watching what's going on, and it's not good what's going on at the moment.
I feel you, brother. Thank you so much for the call, man. My solidarity goes out with the brothers and sisters out there in the UK. I rock with the brothers and sisters out there. You do have some riders out there in the UK, so much respect to them. Shan's, hop on, please.
Hello, Tariq.
Oh Lord, it's you. Hello,
It's
Shan.
my friend.
What's happening with you, Shan?
I'm good. I just wanted to know, how do you feel about the transgender people getting reparations, and do you think that it's going to affect FBAs?
Well, yeah, they're using money that's supposed to go to us, and they're giving them and other groups tangibles as a way to antagonize and undermine us. So yeah, it's not a good thing that all of these groups are being prioritized, and that's what we're standing up and fighting against right now.
But what happens if you are an FBA transgender person? Do they get like double the money?
They're not giving any FBA any money, so it's not going to even be double the money. And even the black LGBT, they're not really getting anything. Truth be told, the money and the resources go to white LGBT organizations. So black people who are LGBT are basically used as mascots. So they make all the noise and bring all the attention to the LGBT groups, but they never get into any of the benefits. So they're back in the same boat as us. You understand how that works? No, we don't talk about people like that. We don't disparage them, see? No, because you don't like people disparaging your Somalian background, ma'am, do you?
I am Somali, and I am also French.
Right, but ma'am, you're not French. French people are white. You're not French. You're black.
I really am, though.
Ma'am, you're every week you call up, you say you're Somalian and something else. You're Somalian in English, you're Somalian in Dutch, now you're Somalian in French. Man, why do you run away from your lineage?
Tariq. I've never said that.
Ma'am, why do you run from your Somalian lineage?
I don't run from being Somali, bro. I have the Somali flag in my bio. How's that running?
Well, ma'am, you change your ethnicity every week. Don't be ashamed of it.
Okay, fine. I won't say my real ethnicity. How about that? But Tariq, what is your ethnicity?
Well, it's not fleeing. That's my ethnicity.
You don't know her. You don't know.
I know. I'm a foundational Black American, ma'am.
That is Niger, that's Congo, that's Ghana, right?
Or it's just foundational Black American. That's what that is, ma'am. I've never lived in
That's not an ethnicity, bro.
Yes, it is, ma'am. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
No. When I take the DNA test, it doesn't say FBA.
I know what your DNA test says. It says hunger, ma'am. So that's different. We're talking about something different, ma'am.
I didn't know hunger was. I didn't know that.
Yes, it is.
Genetic.
Yes, you are Hungarian, ma'am. That's what you are. You're Hungarian, and we have a different lineage, ma'am. I have a foundational Black American lineage, and you have a hungry lineage, ma'am.
I would rather be hungry than smell like Popeyes, okay, and Kool-Aid.
Ma'am, Popeyes is delicious while you're BSing, and Popeyes tastes much better than Red Cross rice. I'm sorry, ma'am. Okay.
Who has Red Cross rice?
You, ma'am.
No, your parents.
What were you saying, ma'am? Ma'am? What's happening over there, ma'am? Ma'am, everything okay? Ma'am, what's happening? I heard some noise in the background.
Stop muting me.
I haven't touched the mute button, ma'am. Are they dropping more rice over there from an airplane? I hear some airplane sounds over there, ma'am.
First of all,
do you need to run outside real
I know
quickly?
a monkey's not saying that to me.
Do you need to run outside real quickly, ma'am?
Do you need to go ooh ooh ah? I'll let you have a minute to go ooh ooh ah. Shut the fuck up.
Ma'am, can you please roll your window up?
Are we really gonna do
Please
that?
roll
Are
your
we
window.
really gonna do that?
Ma'am, please roll your window up.
Are we really
I
gonna
can't
do
hear
that?
you,
We can't even have a
ma'am.
conversation. You have to do these fucking noises, bruh.
Ma'am.
Bruv.
Fudema, can you roll your window up, ma'am? Your hyena is making way too much noise.
Tariq, you're tripping. I'm trying to have a conversation with you. And you're acting like a child, bro.
Fudema, you
like
have
a
too much going on over there. Fudema, you have too much going on. Bye-bye, Fudema. All right, let's get some more people in here. Just too much. I just can't take all that noise in the back. Okay, let's get DI Mothership. We're going to get DI Mothership in here.
Hey Mo. Okay, so basically, hey y'all, Hetsepu, which means peace and blessings.
There you go.
And this is basically a couples page. So I'm a wife on the mothership. It's 2 words into one, the mothership, not D or DI. Just to let y'all know. And what we really wanted to know was, what is all this entity shit going on? Because, I remember listening to the other space, I guess, and it was just talking about being black first. And, that's cool and all. Hood Healer got a lot of shit for that. But it was weird because it would seem like all they focused on was getting their papers. And it's like, okay, getting your papers, that's cool. What does that mean? Getting them from who? Like, are you certifying that you're black? Because black is a term used for property. Everybody must have seen Hidde Colors by now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, if we're branding ourselves, what is the need for us to ask them for reparations? We're the ones enslaving ourselves.
How so, ma'am?
When you claim entity, you claim your straw man, you claim your social security, you claim your, birth certificate, you claim your...
Ma'am, no more plebiscite poetry slams, ma'am.
No, I'm definitely not. I'm just saying, like, in general, when you claim your entity, when you claim nationality, ethnicity, when you claim a country, who are you asking for reparations from? So when you say it's FBA hate group, I'm thinking they hate themselves, but they're not doing anything.
Okay, ma'am, you're smoking Reggie weed and you're just saying stuff, ma'am. You're just babbling right now, ma'am.
Am I? Because I'm actually... Can you say, please?
Ma'am, don't smoke that weed. I know it's not the first of the month, and at the end of the month, they sell some of the worst weed out here, and it's cut with all types of dirt and fentanyl. Just wait till the first of the month to get some good weed, ma'am, because you're just saying anything. You're saying anything, ma'am. Ma'am, by the way, where you from? What's your lineage, ma'am? Are you a foundational Black American? Where you from, ma'am?
See, that's what I was asking. Like, what is exactly a foundational Black American? I don't claim entity.
Ma'am, did your family, somebody in your family, are any immigrants in your family, ma'am?
No, we're Native.
Ma'am, I don't believe that.
We're here first.
Ma'am, do you have any immigrants? Did somebody from your family immigrate over here from somewhere?
Mm-mm.
So you're saying that your family descended from slaves in America?
Mm-hmm.
Where? What part of the country, ma'am?
All over the U.S.
Okay. Where, ma'am? Because slavery wasn't legalized all over the U.S., but where? Where was your family enslaved?
Personally, not that it matters, Georgia, Mississippi, down south,
you're just making stuff
Alabama.
up.
I didn't even finish.
Because you're making it up, ma'am. You're not a foundational Black American, ma'am.
So you're saying I'm not?
No, you're not, ma'am. You're
melanated?
You're an immigrant, ma'am.
I'm an immigrant from where?
Probably East Africa somewhere.
East Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Like Ethiopian.
Somewhere, but I can even hear you have a slight accent, ma'am, that you think you're...
A slight accent?
I can even hear your accent. Yes, ma'am. I can hear
your
accent.
What type of accent?
You have a non-FBA accent, ma'am.
So are you saying you yourself are a foundational Black American?
Hold on. Ma'am, can you roll your window up, please?
I'm here in Chicago. Like, I don't
Okay,
get it.
there you go. Okay, but yeah, I'm a foundational Black American, ma'am.
And what does that mean to you? That's what we were asking.
Mm-hmm. I've explained that very thoroughly. That means I'm a person who comes from the lineage of the people who built the United States from scratch. That's what a foundational Black American is, ma'am.
And so do all foundational Black Americans, do they understand that, you know, when it comes from, damn, it's like really hard to talk to you because I thought
It's
you were
not.
intelligent.
It's
It's
not,
cool.
because what you're saying is not intelligent, ma'am. You're talking that entity stuff, and that's not intelligent. You think it sounds intelligent, and it doesn't. It's some stuff that's been easily debunked, and it's really prison babble. That's what people talk about in prison. Talk about entities and status correction and all of that. That's what I used to hear back in jail back in the day, ma'am. That's what niggas
So
talk about.
you went to jail.
Many times. Yes, everybody knows that. That's not a secret. I have
So
a
you were dumb enough to get caught many times.
Yes, I was. And I
Damn.
smartened up and I didn't go back, ma'am. I smartened up and I stopped going to jail because I understood what the system was about. And I
And what's the
smartened
system
up.
about?
The system was designed to put us in jail, to put us in positions to go to jail. And I figured out, let me not do what the system wants me to do. They want me to go out here and get in the streets so I can fuel the prison industrial complex. And I realized what was going on and I stopped falling for the traps. And I didn't flee my homeland, ma'am, like your family did, and had to come over and lie about what their lineage was. That's the great thing about me, man. I didn't flee like you.
What?
I didn't flee like you,
Okay.
and
Well,
you
thank
fled.
you
And,
for
and
your
I,
time.
okay. Abisola, you have a good day, dear. Bye bye.
You too.
Okay. Yeah, don't come over here trying to lie about your lineage. This woman is clearly not a foundational Black American. When I asked her where her family was from, you saw she had to think of something. She had to remember where the South was. She had to remember what the Southern states was. She's clearly an immigrant from somewhere. Don't come here. See, we got a lot of these $5 FBAs. Y'all don't come here pretending to be FBA, ladies and gentlemen. We're checking people. We're checking everybody's paperwork. The $5 FBA game, we ain't playing that. We're checking everything. We're checking hairlines and foreheads right now. You're not going to sneak by being a $5 FBA. We're not playing that game. Okay, T.S. Giselle. Okay, Tia, get on real quick because I don't really want to entertain your stuff, but just hop on real quick because you've been in and out of these rooms, and a lot of people are complaining about you, T.S. Giselle. T.S. Giselle.
Hi, Tariq. We meet again.
What's going on now? What's going on? Why are so many people upset with you? They're saying you're doing a lot of trolling. You're coming in and out of people's rooms.
Girl, I don't know. But what I do know that it's been a very tumultuous 2 weeks since we last
Mm-hmm.
spoke, and I have moved on from your organization. I just had a question for you and a request.
Okay. I don't have an organization,
You
TS,
absolutely
and
do
you know
have an
that.
organization.
Well, you're going to make me have an organization? It doesn't work
This
like
is
that,
how
ma'am.
it operates. But so
No, you cannot make no. You cannot make me have an organization. And what people are saying is that you're really Nigerian. They're saying that you're really Nigerian, and you're not even a foundational Black American anyway, TS. And why are
Nigerian.
you lying about your lineage? Yes, they're saying you're Nigerian. Why are you lying about your lineage?
Well, I am African in ancestry. According to my 23andMe test, I'm like
No. The people are
17%.
saying that you come from a Nigerian immigrant background. So you are really a Nigerian man. You're not FBA. So why are you lying about your lineage, ma'am, sir?
So much like your followers, they lie and tell fallacies. My family originates from the Carolinas, sir.
The Carolinas of Ghana?
No, as in North Carolina and South Carolina.
No, I'm not talking about where you got your last meal. Your family comes from Nigeria, from what I understand. You are a Nigerian man, and you're pretending to be a foundational Black
So
American. That's not cool.
this is misgendering, Tariq. It's not.
Well, you just misgrouped me.
I hope that
You just
someone
said I'm
with
part of
your.
it. You said I run a group that I don't run. See, it doesn't work like
So I
that. You
hope
can't
that
sit up
someone
here
with your
talking about
platform would be.
sir, sir, sir. You can't talk about being misgendered, and you're sitting up here misgrouping me, saying that I have an organization that I don't have. See, y'all want to play this name labeling thing, but you don't want to be labeled. Y'all sit up here calling us cisgendered. I'm not a damn cisgendered anything. That's an epithet. All right. Y'all don't sit up here talking about what you want to be labeled, then y'all got all of these crazy terms for other people. You understand?
Yeah. So
Turn your microphone.
I just have a question for you and a request, Tariq. I'm
Uh-huh.
I'm very short today. I don't want to have a conversation with you. The first question is, are you funded by white supremacists, Tariq? Because I want to know why a black man is sowing discord in the Black American community. Um, and my request is, could you please tell your minions to stop harassing and cyberbullying me?
But you hop up in everybody else's rooms. Nobody's harassing you.
Because
You're a
I'm a Black
Nigerian.
American and I
No,
thought that
because
this was
you're a
something.
Nigerian.
I'm not
You are
Nigerian.
Nigerian.
That's ridiculous. And
You are a Nigerian immigrant, sir. Your house smells like Bussy and Jollof. Okay, you're a Nigerian immigrant, from what I've been
can
hearing,
you
sir.
answer my, well, what you've been hearing is false. Your followers are liars.
Okay,
They're
but you're a liar.
they're
But you,
delusional
but you just sat
lunatics.
here and lied.
They're
But sir, you
delusional
just said.
lunatics. Can you answer the question? Why are you, as
But
a black man, sowing discord in Black American culture,
and I
spreading
have to ask
hate
you,
against African immigrants,
sir.
spreading hate
There we go.
against members of the black members of the LGBT community? Why is this? Are you being paid by white supremacists to promote a conservative agenda? You're promoting black people not to vote. That is a
Right.
disgrace, Tyreek. That is an insult to our ancestors that were murdered.
Why your voice getting so deep? You killing the illusion. Now you're supposed to be a woman, and your voice is hella deep. You sound like Barry White right now. Now you're supposed to sell the illusion. All right, come on. All right? If you're
This
gonna
is
sell
what
the
you
illusion,
do.
if you
You
don't want to be misgendered, at least sell the
you
damn illusion.
deflect. You deflect
All
the
right.
conversation.
I'm not deflecting, but if you don't want to be misgendered, sell the damn illusion. Rather, your voice deep as hell right now. And I'm supposed to sit here talking about she and her, and you're sitting over there looking like Carl Winslow in a $5 divestment wig. Sell the illusion, because I don't really want to play these games with you. Okay? Now, TS,
Again,
can you please stop trolling in people's pages?
you're
We're trying to have.
deflecting.
I'm not deflecting, sir. So we're trying to have.
So you can state on record that you're not receiving funding from white supremacists or MAGA
Stop.
supporters to sow discord and
Stop
encourage
it.
black Americans not to vote so that Republicans can win elections this
Okay.
year.
Yeah, you're a Democratic shill. Is that what you sound like? And
You're a
you're
Republican shield. Next
okay.
case.
If I was a Republican, what's wrong with that? If I was, what's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that, but
Hmm.
encouraging black people not to vote, that's a
Yep.
disgrace to our ancestors, and you know that.
Well, your ancestors
But
come
I'm
from
not
the Congo.
intimidated by you all, and I can go toe to toe with you. And that's what I'm doing now.
I
That's
do
why
not
you're
want.
deflecting.
I don't want
That's
to
why
go.
you're
I don't want to go toe to toe to you with you. I don't want to go toe to toe, because if I stand toe to toe to you, you would poke me with your dick. So I don't want to do that. So anyway, what we'll do, we're gonna let you go and do what you do over there. So have a good day. All right. Yes, I'm not trying to go toe to toe with you at all. I don't want to stand toe to toe with you. All right, let's get some more people in here. Good Lord. Let's see what else. Yeah, see, that person's a Democratic shill. They stay in all of our rooms, getting in our conversations, getting in our mix. Damn, that's so many people in here. I didn't notice. It's like damn near 1,500 people in here. We got a lot of people in here. Shout out to all the family in here. We're in here heavy, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's get who is this person in? Let's Let's get. I don't know what your name is, but you got a silver dress on. All right, sister, get on here with the silver dress and your cleavage all out. Sister, hop on. I don't know what your name is.
Is it me?
How are you,
I'm
dear?
fine. Hello, my name is Marva. I was just hopping on because it said FBA, a hate group, and I don't think it's a
Right.
hate group, but I do wish for us as a group that we didn't mimic the other nationalities of the diaspora,
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like we have it right. Like we came over here, we had to come together, and we're, for the most part, a unit. Black people vote similar, have similar ideas across the board, and so I feel like we've done it right. So I just wish that we
Mm-hmm.
didn't, I don't know, get into like fights with the other
But
nationalities.
no, but here's the thing. We don't make these rooms to mimic anybody. Notice when we make our rooms, we're talking about things on our plate, things that's pertinent to our agenda. And notice all of these other folks come in disrespecting, just like earlier, the women calling up, some of the tethers calling up with all
No,
of these other.
absolutely. I agree. And I agree with
So yeah,
that.
they're going to get roasted when they do that. Let's be very clear.
Yeah.
They will get roasted, and then we go back to regular business. That's what we
And
do.
I mean, I agree with that 100%. I just wish that I feel like with white people, and when you want to be on the side of a white person as a black person, even as any minority, white people show you better than we could ever warn you, tell you about, get mad at you, for being on their side. But I feel like I wish we would kind of more ignore them and do our own thing, because we
Right.
really, I feel like
All right. Thank you, dear. I don't know what you're talking about, sister. Let's get resident atheist in here. Resident atheist.
Yeah. All right,
How are
Terry.
you?
I'm doing great. And thank you, brother. Thank you. You're changing our ethnic background in
Yes, ma'am.
America.
Mm-hmm.
We need that. We need our own stuff. We need our own identity. We need to separate ourselves. And as far as Giselle, I suggest to Giselle, because she is not welcome. She is not welcome in some of the FBA spaces, because she's very disrespectful. Very
Yeah.
disrespectful. I always want to throw her sexual identity in everything. Everything. Now, if Black American issues is not first with her, she needs to go create her own community, FBA community, trans community, and go from there. She is not welcome into those spaces because she's disrespectful. And I'm gonna say
Real
peace.
talk. Thank you so much, beloved. Let's get Brian's Brian's granny in here. Brian's granny.
Hello.
Hey.
Yeah, I came into your spaces because it looked like it was asking a question, but
Okay.
it
Now
seems
what?
like when people address that question, it seems like um, there's a problem. But what I was wondering, you're identifying people as FBA. Is there a process or plan on how you get to these reparations?
Yes, we are working on political agendas right now. We are strategizing. We are checking with these different committees that's popping up. So we are very politically active when it comes to getting the reparations and keeping the conversation about reparations in the political forefront. So we are doing good things as far as that.
Is there anyone in the Congress or the Senate that you're talking to?
No, we're talking to different local organizations that are having these reparations committees. And the fact that many politicians now are even talking about reparations, that's coming from the foundational Black American grassroots right now. So we're still in the process of doing that. And this is what we're discussing now.
So the plan is to bring it to Congress at some point. The people who write the bills to do this.
Well, the plan is to get them to send checks to foundational Black Americans. And this is why we have to understand what the lineage is. We have to designate who's going to get a check. So this
So
is
you
why
guys have designated that. You said FBA.
yeah,
So
right.
who are you going to present this request to for the reparations?
The United States government, ma'am. The
Someone in
United States
mind, what
government.
I'm saying. Do you go to a congressperson and
We
ask them
we're not
to?
doing, no. Listen, ma'am. We don't have to do all the plebiscite stuff. The Ukrainians didn't have to go to Congress. See, when it comes to us, we got to go through all of these mazes of people. The Ukrainians didn't have to do all that. The Afghanistanians didn't have to do all that. The Hispanic immigrants, when they got tangibles, they didn't have to do all that. You get non-citizens who don't have to do none of that stuff. They just get checks written to them. So we're letting people know what we want. If we don't get it, we're not going to vote. So they figure out how they want to make that happen. You understand? But we're not going to go through the plebiscite stuff. Ma'am,
Well,
you
shouldn't it be
ma'am,
that we vote in people who want to push reparations for
uh-huh.
us?
Okay. There are already people who can do it. All right. What we do, make the
Who
people
are
in
the people
office
who can
do it.
do it? Who are the people who can do it?
Joe Biden's ass. Joe Biden can do it.
So how are you going to, besides not voting, because we're only 13% of the population,
Uh-huh.
besides not voting, uh, how are you going to push Mr. Biden to do this?
Get
What
his
I'm
ass out
saying
of
is,
office by getting him out of office.
and so if we get Trump in, then we'll probably get the reparations.
No, we'll have time to plan and strategize more with any other Republican in there, but we'll just get the Democrats out.
And you think the Republicans would be more open to reparations?
Probably not, but they won't put policies together that harm us specifically though. And that's better than Democrats. Meaning
They don't put policies to harm us.
like Trump. Name a policy Trump put together that harmed black people.
Well, one was acknowledging racists out there. Secondly,
That wasn't a
things like
policy.
he
That wasn't a
used bait,
policy.
he used bait and switch as far as the First Step Act. He used bait and switch on that,
What do you mean?
and he gave black people the impression that he was creating a policy to help black people in prison, and that policy, there's no oversight over the federal prisons, so they'll tell you that you can, if you look at it,
Ma'am,
you can do this,
you're
you
making
can
this
get so
stuff up.
many days.
Ma'am, you're just making stuff up. Okay, there was no bait and switch. Okay, he never gave a real promise that he was going to do anything about prison reform and all that. But even to his credit, he did more for black people in prison than the damn Democrats. When Trump got out of office, when he was getting out, he started letting out a bunch of high profile black people. Let out Lil Wayne, Harry O, Kodak Black, a lot of people. That's more than the Democrats did. You understand? So we're not going to go there. The Democrats didn't do anything but help put more black people in jail. With Biden's bill and Biden's laws, black people are in jail because of Biden's bills, ma'am. Ma'am, turn your microphone on. Ma'am.
Why am I muted?
Because when I'm
Because you didn't let
talking,
me. You didn't. Sorry, you didn't.
okay, let's okay, ma'am, Miss Gladys. Let me show you how this works here. You're in my house. You're in my virtual home. Now I know you sound like you one of these Democratic shills who sit here and sing church hymns with Biden and Kamala when they come down there to South Carolina, wherever you're from, and you sound like you're first in line for Jim Clyburn's catfish nugget giveaway. But when you come here, you're going to sit down and listen and show respect. You're not just going to babble, ma'am. I'm letting you talk, but you're just not going to babble incessantly. So we're going to shut that little mammy mouth up if you just try to babble. That's why I muted you. So let's try this again, ma'am. Now that we've established the rules
I
in my
have
virtual
family
house,
in the federal prison, so
uh,
I know
I'm
what
not
they
sure.
did and didn't do.
Okay.
Okay, I have
So,
family in a federal prison.
so you
My
voted for
brother,
Biden. So you voted for Biden and
my
Kamala.
brother. No, I'm not being able to get my point across.
Answer
You're
my
telling
question,
me, you're telling me that
ma'am.
one person did more for another person, and you won't let me finish. But that's what
Because
you
you
do.
Because you're babbling. You're mammy babbling. And we don't want to hear mammy babbling, ma'am. You're not going to mammy babble because you don't know what you're talking about. And that's the problem. You get people stepping up, wanting to babble and waste time, and they have no idea what they're talking about, and there's no progress made. And we're not going to have mammy babble. Now, ma'am, we're going to have to wrap this thing up if you don't get to the point, because you're not going to be allowed a platform to mammy babble. Miss
I'm
Gladys?
retired federal, and I'm telling you, the First Step Act did nothing.
I know.
It did nothing. There are people who are stuck in prison now. They can't take the ORDAP program to reduce their sentences because they haven't.
Okay. Your people are in prison because of Biden. Okay? You're talking about what Trump's first step didn't do. Let's talk about how they got in prison in the first place. The Democrats were putting black folks in prison. Do you understand that, ma'am? Miss Gladys. Hello? Turn your microphone on, ma'am. All right, Miss Gladys, I'm going to let you go in there and tend to your black-eyed peas on the stove. Okay? Family, I don't entertain mammy babble. This woman, she sounds like she's old and retired, and you got these old retired mammies and Negroes out here who just let the young generation down. And this is why I'm here to help out my young folks out here, because of folks like that. Many of y'all got mamas and daddies just like that, just old babbling Sambo mammies, don't know what they're talking about, stay running their mouths and caping for the damn Democrats who do nothing for us, using a lot of their talking points. I don't entertain that. See, we got to shift the consciousness from that. This is where my young folks are coming in here now. That's why so many people are in this room right now listening to what I have to tell them, because I'm going to give you the real. I'm not going to be like your goofy mammy sitting up here telling you to toe the line for Biden. Biden is a great detriment to black society. That man has aggrieved our society from top to bottom. And you still have people in here, well, he ain't like Trump, dude. We got to keep Trump out. What, y'all want Trump in there or something like that? Y'all want Trump. With butter biscuit crumbs falling off your damn mouths. Trump doesn't scare us. And y'all using that as a shaming tactic. You sound like a Republican. Listen, if I was a Republican, there's nothing you can do about it. Now, I'm conservative. Most black people are actually conservative. My views are extremely conservative. I don't like none of the policies that the Democrats have. I don't like immigration. I don't like all of these sexual agenda policies, all of these damn DACA programs and all of this money they're giving to these other groups. I don't like none of that. I don't like none of it. You understand? I don't like none of it. You understand me? I don't like none of it. Can y'all hear me? So I am very conservative. I'm not a Republican, but I'm conservative because I am a foundational Black American. We've been here longer than other groups. We are the foundation of this country, so we have a long, long cultural history here. Now, let me get a couple of more people on here because we got a lot of folks tuning in right now. We got over 1,500 people in here. Now, I hope all of you people got my book, Foundational Black American Race Baiter, off Amazon. My book, Foundational Black American Race Baiter, is available on Amazon right now. What's up, Willie Lowe? I see you, player. The R&B singer, Willie Lowe. Shout out to Willie Lowe. Okay, we got the white supremacist Kang in here. I had you on the other day, Kang. We won't have you on because you just spew white supremacist rhetoric. All right, let's get South Saint. Let's get South Saint in here. There's a couple of other dudes on here I would get on, but they got their shirts off, and I don't really let dudes on with their shirt off. What's up, man? Who's calling?
What's up, bro? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, brother. Where barely.
Hold
Are you at work right now,
No,
brother?
no, I'm at the gym, bro. Hold on real quick.
Oh,
Can
okay.
you hear me better now?
A little bit. What's on your mind,
Oh,
brother?
you know, man, I've been checking you out or whatever the case may be, man. You know, man, my daddy is from Eritrea. My mom is African American. I'm most definitely FBA. You know, but when I was growing up, my father wasn't in my life. So when I was growing up, my mom used to always tell me how African was like in my daddy's ear about him messing with an African American woman. So
Wow.
I'm hearing all of these Africans, you know, calling in with this ignorance or whatever the case may be, you know, just talking about us like they totally oblivious what we went through in this country. And it's just
Oh yeah.
and it's bruh, I don't think they really understand that, you know, that level of ignorance that they talking about with us over here. It's the same.
Yes. Let me get on. Thank you for the call, brother, because it sounds bad. But yeah, this whole narrative, this is another thing that I always hear. That a lot of these folks come over here who are not FBA and they act like they don't know what we went through here. Oh, we didn't know. We didn't know, my nigga. We didn't know what happened to you over there. I'm so far away. I did not know there was slavery and you were abused, the Jim Crow law. I did not know. That's a damn lie. That is a lie. They all know. This is what I don't respect. When people come over and they start acting dumb, when they get around here and buddy up with the white supremacists against us, and they do that and then pretend they're doing it because they just don't know the evil that has been inflicted upon us by the white supremacists. Oh, I didn't know. I'm with this white man and with the white person, and he's my best friend, and I didn't know that racism was so bad over here. Of course, they know. They know. They know everything else except that. Now, they act like they know nothing about our history until we start designating ourselves by our own name, and all of a sudden they become historic experts. Have y'all noticed that? Oh, they know. The minute we start saying, hey, we're FBA and we're getting stuff specifically for our group. Hey, nigga, wait, hold on. Wait, nigga, you're not an FBA. You're not a native to that line. You are a slave. You come from this part of Ghana. You come from this part. We sold you. My uncle sold you. So all of a sudden they become history experts when we exclude them. You see? Then they start trying to tell us what we're not. Then they try to tell us our history. No. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that at all. We are foundational Black Americans. We are a distinct ethnic group, and we've been here thousands of years. And we have a distinct culture that is unique from other people, and that's just what it is. Y'all have a distinct culture back in your homeland. We have a distinct culture here on our homeland. Let's be very clear. We're occupied by white supremacists. The world is occupied by white supremacy. Let's be very clear. Even in their homeland, they operate and occupy their homelands by remote control. So you can send 3 white people over there and they're running everything. And all those Negroes fall in line. Let's be clear. That means you're being occupied by remote control. They don't even have to physically be there in your face, and they occupy your economies over there. You see? But see, we understand that we're physically occupied, but psychologically, mentally, we're on code, and we understand that doesn't change the fact that this is our ancestral homeland because we built it from scratch. The white supremacists can't even claim that they did that. We built this land from scratch. When the white supremacists tried to start colonies on their own, every one of them failed. They couldn't do it. Europe was never an agrarian culture. Everything they learned, they had to get it from us. These are facts, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get a couple of more people in here. Let's get ABM. Let's get ABM in here. ABM, hop in here. ABM. We're going to get ABM in here. ABM, hop in.
Yes, sir, Mr. Tariq. How are you doing today?
I'm good, sir. Boy, that phone of yours. Now, where are you from? What country are you from, sir?
I'm from a little country called Zimbabwe. I'm in Canada.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now, brother, when you got to Canada, you couldn't have gotten a better phone when you went to Canada, sir.
No. It's just my headset, man. Don't be hating too much.
Oh,
I,
because you didn't have to bring the same phone from Zimbabwe over here. You could have got a.
I get you.
What's on your mind,
No,
man?
I just
What's
I
on your
just wanted
mind?
to say, man, like when it comes to Joe Biden and your dislike for Joe Biden, I'm 100% with you. I'm not here to even bash what you're doing, but Joe Biden essentially punished all of us Zimbabweans for taking our land back from the white people. He formulated the sanctions that Zimbabwe is under since
Yeah,
2000, the Zimbabwe Democracy Recovery Act, Zidera, which he sponsored in 2000, of which we're still suffering on like up until now, which is part of the reason why I'm here, because I'm only an economic immigrant. But I recognize what you guys are doing. Um, you guys, you need to get what you need to get. But I just wanted to say, when it comes to this whole Joe Biden and the Democrats, I really see the fakeness in it. I really see that they are the wolf in sheep's clothing, especially in Africa.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, man. Joe Biden and those guys, man. When I was over there in Zimbabwe, man, it was hard for me to get access to cash in the banks
mhm.
because of the sanctions over there. They done a real big number on the brothers and sisters over there as far as the economy with those sanctions that they put on them.
Yeah,
And even with air flight, certain flights couldn't even go in and out of Zimbabwe. You had to go to South Africa. There's a whole bunch of stuff
yeah,
going on that they do to sabotage the economy there, the Western powers.
yeah.
So
100%. As you can see right now, they're using sanctions as a weapon of war against Russia. Like that's what they did to little Zimbabwe, a country of 15 million people, just because we decided to actually redistribute the land among the black people in Zimbabwe, and we're still
yeah,
suffering for that up until now, because that Zidera Act is constantly being renewed every year, whether it was George Bush, Barack Obama, Donald Trump. And now, of course, the sponsor of it signed it again, and they describe Zimbabwe as an adversary to the United States of America, which is ridiculous.
right,
They actually
right,
put
yeah,
that in words, that we're an adversary to the United States of America.
yeah. Zimbabwe's never done anything to the U.S. at all,
Yeah,
and they try to put that on Mugabe. He never threatened the U.S.
nope.
None of that stuff. So yeah, it's real heavy, man. But hey, my heart and sentiments go out to you and the Zimbabwean family, man. I got a lot of love for the people in Zimbabwe, man. They really showed me love when I went there. So I rock with them. I donated money to some of those farmers out there. They're doing their thing. I want to see the family thrive globally. So when people come in here talking about we hate this group or that group, no, we as foundational Black Americans, we support all of these groups all around the world. We support them. So that's why we have a zero tolerance policy for anybody to come here to say anything remotely disrespectful. As much as we've supported people, this is why we're getting in everybody's asses, because we've done so much to help people abroad and here at home. So for these damn tethers to come here to say anything disrespectful, now you're going to get the business. We're letting everybody know what the business is. You don't remotely fix your lips to say anything disrespectful to a foundational Black American at all. Yeah, you're gonna get the business by doing that. That's extremely disrespectful. Extremely. And no other group would tolerate that disrespect, and neither are we going to tolerate that disrespect. But like I was saying earlier, people know what's going on over here. They understand the racism over here. They just think if they come over here and kiss up to the white supremacists and point the finger at us, that the targeting will just skip over them. See, that's what they think. They act like they don't know what's going on. They know full well what's happening over here as far as racism. But they think, okay, I can deal with racism. It's better than being over here in my village. That's their mentality. Zulu Warrior, turn your microphone on.
Tariq, my name is Zuloria. I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I go to
Where
MSU.
you from for real? You that ain't no
Uh,
bad. Where you from, man?
I'm from Zambia. But
There you go. Well,
yeah, I live in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and I must say I love the cheeseburgers and the fat beaches. Yeah, I really love the country.
you
Um,
like you like the cheese bagel and the what bitches? What?
the the cheeseburgers or the burgers and the fat bitches in
The
Baton
fat.
Rouge, Louisiana.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, unfortunately,
Yeah.
there's no fat bitches in your homeland because they're too
Yes,
hungry.
because we are not fat like you. You are a fat burger bitch, Tariq. Get the tongue out of your pussy, player. You musty fat burger bitch.
To the left, to the left. To the left, to the left.
Hold on.
Exactly. That's the song I was playing after I was done with your fat bitch. Yeah.
Can you tell your mama and your sister to be quiet while we're talking?
No, I don't want. I'm busy with your wife right now. I cannot talk to my sisters.
Tell your mama and sister to please be quiet while we're live, sir.
Shut up, you bitch boy. This is my space now.
Okay, sir. Sir, the only space you have is a space of jollof, and your camel is eating off of it, sir. Let's not go
Sorry,
there.
we don't have camels in Zambia, you fat burger bitch.
You're not
Please
from
be
there.
educated. I know you dropped out of high school to trap and sell weed and smoke plants. Don't lie on me now.
Sir, my phone is musty now that you're on it.
Why did you drop out of high school? You're too dumb.
I dropped out because your dad became the principal and he was stinking up my class. That's why I had to drop out. I couldn't take it. So I had to get homeschooled because of your...
good boy. You see,
we had a musty...
out of that. My dad ran you out of that high school. Like
we had Principal Mudigu, who was musty as shit, and I had to get homeschooled. That's why.
Exactly. My dad ran you out of that school because you're a bitch boy. You're a little bitch boy. You ran. Okay. Exactly.
Okay, yeah. Babatunde. You got anything else? Because your roasting is very weak. Come on, Babatunde.
Exactly. Yeah, it's weak, but you're crying. I see you muted so that you could cry. Like the little pussy boy you are.
Sir, you're the only one who had to spread open
I'm
his
glad you called me
cat
said because...
Sir, you had to spread your Bucci cat lips open in order to get you a visa to get over here, sir. That's why you're down in Louisiana right now.
Get the tongue out of your pussy, player.
No, sir, I will not,
get
sir.
Get that tongue out of your pussy, player.
And get your finger off the elephant tits. How about that, sir? All right. All right, yeah.
You too, but Tariq.
Babatunde. Okay, because you're going to burn that jollof on the stove with all of your weak trolling. All right. Boy, and this is why y'all be mad because y'all get roasted. You are not creative, boy. His roast. Yeah. Shut up, beach nigga. Shut up, beach nigga. Okay. Y'all have the weirdest roast, man. God. Let's get Warfare person. I think that's your name. Okay, I think that's your name. Warfare. Warfare, hop in, man. All right, Warfare, you want to hop on in here, brother?
Yeah, what's going on, Tariq? Yes. So I just had a point of contention. I feel like it's kind of overlooked in the last, what is it, 100, not 100 years, maybe 80, 90 years of history. We've actually been given like $30-40 billion a year to fund the war over there in Israel, and that money could actually be used to actually be given back to the FBAs of America. And I feel like that's something that we could focus on as far as trying to get reparations to the people of the FBAs of America. So how do you feel about that?
Yeah. There's a lot of monies that's out there that can be used to give to foundational Black Americans. So yeah, I completely agree with that. Let's get this sister here. Miss Ebbiston rejects racist reparations. Miss Serrano, I think that's your name. I can't pronounce your name, ma'am. Let me get this sister on here. Hop on, sister. If you can, turn the microphone on. All right, we still got a lot of folks in here. Everybody retweet this link, ladies and gentlemen, if you can. If you can retweet the link, that would be great. Oh, the sister got off. I wanted her on here, but the sister got off here. All right, let's get a couple of more people on here. Let's get Mayat in here. Let's get Mayat. All right, we're going to get Mayat in here. What the hell are my kids doing? Okay. Mayat.
Hey Tariq, how are you?
I'm good, Mayat. How are you?
I'm good. I'm wiping my tears. You're so funny. I love you. Oh my gosh. You make my day every time. Uh,
Indeed.
listen, I'm a writer for the FBA. My parents are Jamaican, but you know something, like I think when you guys get it, it will really set a precedence for other Black, especially in the Caribbean, that we have to get our money from the British, you know. And I just wanted to say, it would be a great idea if you can do a documentary on FBA inventors and go deep to see, did they get
Yeah.
all their money? Did they get their just due? All the
Yeah.
inventions, that would be amazing, because I have all your DVDs and I've watched everything and I love it. So that just
Yes,
came to
ma'am.
my mind. I said that would be great if you can tap into that when you have a chance. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. But yeah, we do that, man. It'd be like a 10-hour documentary, man. Because hell, over here we damn near invented everything. If we're going to be real, and I'm not just saying that to be contentious. We've created damn near everything over here. Most of the things in your household, we had something to do with the invention of it. You understand? So yeah, that would be heavy. Let's get Reg Rock. Reg Rock.
Yo, 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 what up, Tariq? Can you hear
What's up,
me?
Reg Rock? I can hear you, sir. How are you?
I'm doing very good. Let you know my brother gave me a bootleg copy of your Hidden Colors a long time ago, so I went out and bought the whole thing.
My man, there you go. There
Proud of
you
what
go.
proud of what you're doing. I used to be out there in LA in the service. So I
Oh,
know
okay.
what you're talking about out there. And I have been doing a litmus test with the 9 FBAs and some Africans from what I've worked with and talked to them. They just ain't built like us.
Yeah, real talk. All right, thank you so much, brother. Let me get a couple of more folks in here before we wrap it up. Let's see who this person is. Let's get Gold DA. Gold DA.
Oh, what's up with you, man? How
Gold.
y'all doing? How everybody doing in this space? And how you doing, Mr.
I'm
Tyree?
good. I'm good. Now, why do you say you're a Black woman in your profile? So you're catfishing folks out here, bro?
Wait, you said no? I'm a Black woman enthusiast. Like I support all the
Oh,
Black women. Yeah,
oh,
it's an enthusiast.
oh,
Yeah.
oh, I'm about to say, man, don't be out here catfishing,
Nah,
dude.
nah,
It ain't
nah. I
worth
ain't
it, bro.
like that, man. Hell no. I am who I am. You know what I'm saying? But
Now, are you in LA, brother?
no, I am not. I just moved down to Atlanta.
Okay. From where? From where?
From North Carolina.
Okay. Now your profile said you're Black and Belizean.
Yeah, so I just found out because I wasn't around my pops like that. Like he was trying to get us and everything. Like it's a lot, but I recently found out that my great grandmother was Belizean, so I took pride in that, and that refers me to my question, because like
Yeah.
I feel like I'm Black, you know what I'm saying, but I don't. Do y'all think I would, since I take pride in finding out where my peoples was from? Does that make me fundamentally not Black?
No. Who said that? Who even
No,
made that
no,
argument?
I'm just. So I was in the other group one time, and like I've been listening to y'all and stuff, and I agree with majority of
Okay.
what y'all
Okay.
saying, but I'm asking.
Okay. You say the other group. See, that's the thing. Let's be very clear, because people say, well, I was in another Twitter space and somebody had said, okay, people in Twitter spaces will say a lot of stuff. Okay. But you have to just what's logical. Just, people will say anything. A lot of these people, let's be clear, some of these people act like they're FBA and they're not. You have a lot of these people
That's understandable.
who sit up here claiming FBA. They'll put FBA in their profile and they're talking about their this and their FBA and there's some type of nationalist this, and they're really tethers sitting up here trolling for attention.
Yeah, no, and I peeped when you were talking about how you do support like us globally, because that's my whole thing. I'm about like I definitely want all of us, but I want every Black person. You know what I'm saying? Because like we did everything from, not even just in America, just everywhere. We were the origin, like Black people in general, were just the origin of everything. I feel like personally. So
But
it's
my
like
thing is everybody's going to have to, because see, people say that when we are stepping up, letting folks know what our get down is as foundational Black Americans.
oh no,
All of a sudden, see, that's no, listen, brother, because people play that game. Now, if some of these other groups, the minute they get any type of achievement, no matter how minute it is, they make sure to distance themselves from us. So if somebody
Okay.
sits up here from Belize and they go and get a PhD, all of a sudden they ain't black no more. I'm a Belizean American and I just got a PhD and I just got accepted into eight Ivy League schools or whatever. They
Yeah.
go out of their way to make sure that they are not like other black people, especially us. But
Okay.
when we do the same, when we say, hey, these are the accomplishments of foundational black Americans, then they want to say, well, how come we ain't all the same? Ain't we all the same, brother? Come on, we all the same.
Nah.
No, no,
Yeah.
no,
Cause
we just
like
have to respect each other's lineage. We have a specific lineage that people have to respect.
okay. And then
Yeah.
like I guess how far do you with because you sound more you just sound more advanced in FBA stuff. So if you don't mind, can I ask you another question? I know you
Yeah,
gotta
go ahead,
have
brother. Go
people.
ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, we more of a play.
So how long do you trace that back to, like for
Um,
somebody to be fundamentally Black American?
if you could trace your lineage back to the 1870 census here in the Americas, you are a foundational black American.
Okay.
That. Mm-hmm. If you can trace your lineage to the 1870s, which you can do in 5 minutes, you can go to ancestry.com, sign up, and you can go back and start tracing your lineage. It takes you 5 minutes to find out how far back your family goes. I can go to the 1700s on both sides of my family. It's not hard at all.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that makes you a foundational black American. Were you here during the formulation of America as a black person?
Okay. Yeah. No, and that's respectable. All right. Appreciate you, man. That's
No
all.
doubt.
I just want clarification. You feel?
Absolutely. Absolutely. But thank you so much, brother.
Yeah. Appreciate y'all.
All right. Yeah. See, what I don't do, I want people to be clear. I don't like people to use these weird straw man arguments. Well, if I'm from Kenya and if I go to America, do y'all still consider me black? That's a bad faith argument. That's not a real question. Come on now. That's a bad faith argument. That's a very bad faith argument. We can't even get into that. Let's talk real. We gotta talk real. Let's get Espaniel. This brother has a walrus on his thing. Espaniel. Let's get Espaniel in here. Espaniel, hop in, brother. Let's see what's on your mind, sir. Well, we are in here very heavy right now. Espaniel, hop on in here. Espaniel, one more time, brother. Turn your microphone on if you want to speak. All right. Y'all can't hop in here with the janky phones. Espaniel, one more time. Hop in if you want to speak, sir. Okay. Let's get Kenyan speak. What's her name? Kenyan.
It's Kenyana.
Kenyan, hop in.
It's Kenyana.
Kenyatta. All right. All right. What's up, dear?
Yes. So I've been following you for years, and you've just transformed my thinking just on an astronomical level. But a few weeks ago,
Yes.
you made the comment about how important it is to go to like ancestry.com and see your lineage. And so I was like, well, let me try it. I literally was on there for maybe an hour and a half. And I got to my third great grandfather, and I saw him listed on the 1860 or 65 slave schedule at 5 years old. At 5 years old,
Wow.
and I saw my grandmother's maiden name. They had the name of the slave owner, and it just broke my heart. I was like, oh my God. And I know, I almost think that the slave owner was the dad, because I noticed at the slave schedule, there weren't a lot of older males. You would see the slave owner, a female, and then all these young kids. So it makes me think, I wonder if the slave owner was probably the father.
Yeah, that's a possibility. That's a possibility, but I'm glad you were able to get on Ancestry and find that. Yeah, it just shows how easy it is. People try to make it seem like it's rocket science, and it's not hard at all, man. We can figure this thing out in 5 to 10 minutes. You get on ancestry.com, man, all you got to do is know who your parents are. All right? That's all you have to do. Sometimes folks don't know who their parents are. There's some folks, mamas was out here doing something strange for a little piece of change, and y'all don't know who your dad is. You got to start asking around. There's a lot of people who are half FBA, and they came over. Their mom wanted an anchor baby, so their mom found some Negro at a club somewhere and laid up with him. And y'all don't know who the dad is, but just know he's a Black American. You think. And that's why we have a lot of people call up with confusion with these different dual citizenship backgrounds here. So it's a real interesting dynamic. Let's get Anubis in here. Anubis, hop on. Anubis. You want to turn your microphone on, Anubis?
Hey, what's going on, brother Tree?
What's up, sir? How are you?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. Yeah, I've been listening to a whole bunch of a lot of the tethers talking about how Black American or FBA are actual hate groups, and I can tell you this much coming from my own family. So I'm half FBA, right? My dad is from Burkina Faso, and my mom is from Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
And so I love my dad, I really do. But I will say this. He did have some bad stuff to say about black folks from the United States.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Quite a bit. And it still pisses me off to this day. Even whenever we have a conversation about the shit. I always have to yell at him or tell him, I'm like, you think that these people are stupid, right? And you don't know that I'm half of them. He's like, oh, you're not one of them. I'm like, yeah, I am. Right?
Yeah.
I am. Yeah, I'm sorry. But please
Good.
continue.
Real talk, man. But thank you for the call. Let me touch on that. But yeah, have y'all noticed? I want y'all to notice that a lot of people, they're calling up, telling you the truth about what their family were saying. This has been going on for years, family. Let's be clear. A lot of the tethers who come over here, and we hear story after story after story after story, that their family members come over here, these tethers, talking about how we, foundational Black Americans, that we ain't worth a damn. They come over here talking greasy about us behind closed doors while they're living in our communities, while they're utilizing all of these FBA programs that we done fought for, and we done let them go under the umbrella of minority and people of color and all of this nonsense, these programs that they eat off of. For years, I'm talking decades, these people have been on this foundational Black American, anti-foundational Black American tirade. For years, they've been on that, and we don't even know about it. For years, we didn't know. We don't think like that. Our grandparents, our foundational Black American grandparents, they've never sat and told us, hey, y'all stay away from them African kids. None of our parents or grandparents said stuff like that. None of our parents said that. We don't even think like that. And we never thought like that. See, that's the thing that really chaps our ass with all of this contempt. We sat here and embraced all of these groups. And they have all of this contempt, and what they do to justify this long-held contempt they have for us, they make up the whole, I was called an African booty scratcher in the first grade, so that's going to be my justification for hating you niggas, which is a lie. Nobody was calling them an African booty scratcher. That's a lie. People, that's an old term from the 70s and 80s that folks used to rib on each other about as kids. And also, nobody would know that you are a person with immigrant family members, because a lot of you guys are anchor babies. So you wouldn't have a full accent that somebody would clown. You understand? So they love to throw that African booty scratcher lie out there. It's like somebody called them a name when they were in the first grade, and that's going to be their justification to undermine us. They try to make it seem like there's some type of comparative xenophobia. No. We can't have people try to tether among us and then undermine us. See, that's what a tether is. A tether is somebody who comes among you, who looks like you, but they ultimately try to undermine you. We can't have that. That's not going to work. And this is why we're cleaning house. All right, let's get Martha May. Martha May, hop in. Martha May, hop in. All right, turn your microphone on. We have a lot of people in the mix right now. A lot of people in here. We have a full room. Shout out to everybody who's tuning in. Okay, who is this? Trayana, who is with these big purple ass lips? Okay, hold on. Let me get this person on here with these purple lips. Okay, Tranaya, whatever your name is. Tranaya, hop on. Okay, this Tranaya looks like one of T.S. Giselle's friends. Tranaya, hop on. Trinaya, hop on, please. Let me get you on here.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hey, how are you, brother?
I'm good. How are you, dude? What city you in?
Well, I live in California, but I'm in Florida. So
Oh, okay. So
I'm the
what's on your
truck
mind?
driver that you put the Sanford and Son meme.
Oh yeah, you in that raggedy truck. How are
I'm
you, dude?
fine, Tariq. How are you?
I'm good. You still out there on the road right
Yeah,
now?
I'm actually sitting, so that's why you can't hear anything. But Tariq,
Good,
you
good,
know what?
good.
I've been doing a lot of research. I'm a person that researches. So I've done some research within the past 4 or 5 months, right? And I believe these people can't stand us, particularly Nigeria, because there's like 4 to 5 tribes in Nigeria that actually sold us to the palm colored people. See, they don't want to talk about that, Tyreek. Now you got the Ifo tribe or IJAW or IJO. You got the Hausa
Yeah,
tribe. You also have the Yoruba tribe, and there's another tribe. And they actually sold
yeah.
us. They sold us, and particularly us, and we came over here to America. So they don't want to have a conversation about that. Because I have a couple of Nigerian friends, and I be going back and forth with them. And I said, the reason why they're not doing well, Tyreek, and this is my opinion, you reap what you sow. So you sold us to these palm colored people. Now we're doing better than you, and you have to flee over here to the so-called Akatas, the so-called Akatas, you know. You over here all up in our mix. And like I've told them, and I will tell them if they on this line, it will never be well with them for what they did to us. Never, brother.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. But thank you so much, beloved. Thank you so much. And you be safe out there on the
I
road,
will.
ma'am.
Thank you, Terry.
But yeah, sister made a good point, man. What's interesting, the people who sold some of our folks, some of the people who sold some of our folks, they want to come back over here and do the same thing they were doing centuries ago. They want to get with the white supremacists and undermine us even more. They haven't learned anything. A lot of folks come over here from some of those areas that this sister named, and they come over here and they hop on TikTok with white mommy and white daddy, buck dancing, trying to undermine us still. Let's be very real. It's real talk out here. Let's get Winda in here. Winda,
Yes, hello. Yeah, hello. Hi, nice to meet you.
how are you?
So I'm well. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Thank you. So I came up just because personally, I don't think that the ideology of FBA is hateful, but I do think that some of the rhetoric that is spilled is.
Like,
And
no, slow down.
okay,
Now, where are you from, ma'am? Where's your family from?
my family's from Togo, West Africa.
There you go. Now, how long have you been over here?
I've been here for about 18 years.
Okay. So what part of the rhetoric do you think is bad that FBA utilizes?
I've seen some of your videos, one of them speaking about like African culture,
Mm-hmm.
essentially just basically spreading misinformation about the culture itself.
Like
I
what?
was in here earlier because I think in that video you were talking about Africans don't have culture. All of our music is like based upon Black Americans, and this, that, and the third. So things of that nature, that is false. Um, the other thing was earlier when I was in here, I did hear you say that a majority, you
Mhm.
said a majority, could you repeat that? I can't hear you.
Okay, I'm gonna get on that. I don't think I said y'all didn't have any culture. Well, you do have culture, but it's not a culture that you can really brag about and show rank and point to us saying that we don't have a culture, because it's very common for people from Africa to come here and tell us that we don't have a culture. And
I
when we ask,
do believe that using, because like earlier today I also heard you say, well, there's also like it's this one-sided thing and there's not any disrespectful Black Americans and stuff like that. That itself is not true. And I guess that also kind of adds as to why I do think that the rhetoric that is spilled is hateful, because it's purposefully trying to make it seem as if it's an issue that is one-sided when it comes to ignorance. Ignorance isn't a one-sided thing. And also
this is,
on top of that,
but it's
when you
beyond it.
say a lot of Africans, When it comes
It's
to
beyond it.
America specifically, America only make I think it's about 1 to 3% of immigrants in America are actually African. So majority of Africans are not actually coming to the United States to be like completely like true. Like that's just not it. And then the
And we
other
never
thing is
said that.
no, but when you do make this assumption that a lot of Africans come here and they're taking stuff, or a lot of Africans are all coming here, and then just that theory makes
Ma'am,
it seem as if like a majority of Africans are rushing here
that's a
when we
straw
actually
man
make up like this
argument.
small. That's not a small straw man.
That's a straw man argument that a lot of you immigrants have sat here and created, that we're worried about you coming here taking our jobs. That's a straw man argument. I've never said that, because you're not taking a job from me. Nobody said that. That's
When you
something that
you were here earlier when you were speaking, that's why it's not a straw man, because when you were speaking earlier, you were talking about when Africans come here, what's it called? We essentially we try to blend ourselves, like we basically disrespect the people here, and then we
right, you do.
try to adhere to like white supremacy. So that itself would
Right.
be harmful rhetoric, because that's not necessarily something that is, because you have.
That's true. We wouldn't. Are you saying that all of these foundational Black Americans are lying when they point this out? I'm not the only one pointing this
Are there
out.
Black Americans that also are harmful to other Black Americans? Yes or no?
Ma'am, you
No,
have
no, no,
crime.
no.
You have crime anywhere you go. There's going to be
Exactly.
crime.
Yes, very true.
Right.
No, but that's not
But
what I was
but
asking.
you coming over from another country after we've helped you, and you're disrespecting the people you help you. Now that's something else. That's beyond criminal.
Yeah,
That's
but
just
that's not something that is one-sided, and you preach it as
it is
such,
one.
and that's false.
Okay,
And no, it's
ma'am,
very much not.
ma'am,
Because
name the
I've witnessed countless disrespect from.
name the foundational Black Americans who go to Togo and disrespect any people over there. Name them.
That is not necessarily a fair wager on that situation, because you can't name the.
It is, ma'am. You can't find a comparative situation. Foundational Black Americans don't go to African countries disrespecting the people while using the resources that the people fought for. We
And
don't do.
only about 10 to 12% of Black Americans actually travel out. So that comparison would be illogical to begin with.
Ma'am, and we don't travel out like that because we build what we need here and we don't have to flee, ma'am. That's why,
That
right?
is also another part of the harmful rhetoric, because America is taking African resources. So it's actually just immigrants following their resources.
What resources are being taken from Africa, ma'am?
Minerals, cocoa. For my country specifically, you could also go and look it up. My country specific.
Ma'am, they can get cocoa from South America, ma'am. They can get minerals from South America,
You
ma'am.
asked what they did, and I listed it. You didn't ask
You're
about South
talking
America.
about what
No, we
resources,
can stay in the perimeters that were given. And you asked about
ma'am.
Africa, and I gave
You're
you a
talking
list.
about, ma'am, you're talking about the following the resources. If you're following the resources, how come you don't follow the resources in your homeland and use them? Ma'am, you're
That's
not
not a
following.
logical statement, because the
It is a
resources are
lot.
not there. That's why they will have to be followed. If the resources are not there,
Ma'am,
that's why.
that makes no sense. If they're going over there getting the resources, that means that there's a huge supply of the resources. If they have a system to extrapolate the resources, that means there's a huge supply. And you're saying you're following the resources. No, you're following the white people. You want to come over here and get with white people, but you're over here based on what Black people did to help you get here,
So
ma'am.
the reason why that itself is a bit like illogical to kind of like dispute is like, for instance, iPhones, for example.
Uh-huh.
iPhones and what there's exploitation and stuff of African children that's used to make it. But to
Uh-huh.
consider that so to say that you understand white supremacy in this fault,
Uh-huh.
but to also try to argue that because there's resources in a place and white people control it, therefore the people themselves have an abundance of access to it, that itself is really illogic. Like, that doesn't
It's
make
not
sense.
illogical. That
it,
makes
it
all,
is illogic.
ma'am. The white people have control over resources here. But what we do as foundational Black Americans, we fight for them. We don't flee, ma'am, and that makes us different. And we're in the belly of the beast.
So because you don't understand other people's, like, in African country stories, doesn't mean that everybody fled.
Yes, it does.
People might
Yes,
no, that's actually not true.
it's.
Because okay, please give me a list of
Mhm.
countries that you understand that had any type of civil war and they didn't fight, and that's why they are. So if you could list like one or two, I would appreciate it, because I
Ma'am,
do hear you
just
say that a
because,
lot.
man, you're just babbling right now, ma'am, because you had to flee because everybody over there in your homeland is off code. Y'all got those tribal differences and beefs that you guys slit each other's throats over, and then you come over here with that same tribalistic mentality. And we're saying you're not going
So
to
there's
put
no crime amongst Black people in Black America whatsoever.
nothing, nothing, nothing on the level of civil war. The only thing y'all can point to is a couple of Crips and Bloods over here, and many of them are non-FBA if you want to get technical with it. But you have nothing, nothing, nothing,
You not
nothing,
providing.
nothing like foundational Black Americans are not harming each other in large numbers the way y'all do in your homeland, ma'am. Nothing
Muting
like.
me because you did not want to actually answer the.
No, because you're not going to babble. You're going to listen and you're going to learn, man, because you're just saying word salad, ma'am. You know you're not making any sense and you're making these false equivalencies. And I'm letting you know that there is no comparative Black infighting like you do in your homeland. We're not kidnapping whole villages of
Calling it
girls
babble because you don't want to address it is just like
because you're not,
that's a
because
straw
you're
man.
your
That's how you.
because no, ma'am. See, over in your homeland, everything is out of order. Everybody's babbling and talking over each other and not listening and not learning anything. And that, ma'am, is why you had to flee. So we cannot allow your type of mentality to be infused in our conversations where you just babble and babble mindlessly and just say random nonsense and then move on to the next random nonsense. We don't allow that. We have to have order, ma'am. And that's why you need to learn from us. Learn order,
I
ma'am.
don't think that you're actually being genuine. I do. I
Ma'am.
look, listen. I appreciate the what's it called.
All right, thank you, ma'am, because now you're just babbling, and I'm going to get you out of here because you're not listening and you are just tether babbling, ma'am. And you're not going to do that. You're not going to talk over me. Doesn't work like that, ma'am. Doesn't work like that. You're not going to sit here and talk about Black on Black crime, and y'all have whole villages of girls getting kidnapped and people are chopping off kids' arms over there in your homeland. No, 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 ma'am. You're not going to do that here. We have a lot of folks in here, a lot of people in here, a lot of folks in here. We're not going to do that. Let's get is Mother May I? It's Tanny. You want to try again? It's Tanny. It's Tanny. You want to try again?
Yes, I do. Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you, dear.
I'm
How are
great.
you?
How are you doing?
I'm good. What city you in,
I'm
dear?
in Kansas City, Missouri.
There you go. So what's on your mind?
So a few things. First, I'm glad you gathered the lady that just left because I really dislike when they try to bring up like Black on Black crimes in the States. Like, what we not gonna do is sit up here and compare traumas because they wouldn't even understand what it's like to be Black African American in America. So that kind of always hits the nerves. It's like, don't come over here and try to act like what you guys go through over there is any better. Well, would act like they can understand us or understand why we are
Right.
the way we are or how we feel. And I feel like a lot of times it comes from their idea of what Black Americans is. So they actually are the ones that create the hate, and then when we take up for ourselves or defend this country that we were born in, it's like, okay, it sounds like it's a bunch of hate behind that and X, Y, and Z and woo woo woo. And it's like,
Right.
nah, we like we got the right to stand up because it's true. Y'all do come over here, y'all steal our culture. Y'all copy everything down from the Black woman and the Black man. Y'all try to act like, they are undeserving for whatever reason. So,
Right.
you can't get mad at how we fight back and we defend
Ex-
ourselves.
Real talk. Thank you so much, sis. Yeah, but yeah, that whole narrative where they come over and yeah, y'all got to stay away from the kata and all of that. Stay away from us, and y'all just committed all types of atrocities in your homeland in order to get your resources to get over here. But we got to stay away from you. I mean, get out of here with all that. Yeah, we ain't playing that game. Let's get TZ Red in here. TZ Red. All right, TZ Red, turn your microphone on, brother. All right, there you go.
Yeah.
TZ Red.
Yeah. I just wanted to say, like, FBA ain't a hate group, but we do need better like representatives like on these spaces. Because some of these FBA dudes, like I'm FBA myself, and some of these FBA dudes do be saying some wild ass shit on these spaces though. And I can't listen to it past a couple minutes.
There you go. But let's be clear. That's whatever they say, even if it's wild, that doesn't stop people from being FBA. Like I said, FBA is a lineage. So people, if you have a lineage, you can say whatever you want to say. It's not going to stop you from being an FBA. And you don't have to have a representative in discussion spaces because it's not a political group. It's a lineage. You're going to have good, bad, riffraffs, thorough people. That's the great thing about a lineage. Different people can be a part of the lineage. You understand? That's just what it is. It's a lineage designation. So everybody doesn't have to be on their P's and Q's or whatever. It's a lineage, man. Either way, you're still going to be FBA. If you want to go out here and smoke a crack pipe, you're going to be a crackhead FBA still. If you go out here and get your PhD, you're going to be a PhD FBA. Whatever you do, that's not going to change your designation. All right, let's be very clear. Destro, hop on.
Hey, how you doing, Tariq?
I'm good, Destro. Now, where are you from? Where's that accent from? East India?
Nah, I'm from Haiti.
Are you from Haiti?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, what's on your mind, brother?
Yeah, about the topic of the space, I do agree that FBA is a hate group.
No, hold on.
You just admitted
hold on.
earlier.
Hold on. No, that's not a Haitian accent. That's not a Haitian accent. I had you on earlier?
Yeah. You say you just equate white supremacy to FBA. You say white supremacy is not a group. It's a code, and FBA it's not a group.
Stop.
It's a code.
Hold on. Let's slow down, brother. Hold on. Check Wele. Hold on 1 second. Now, how come you are not being honest about where you're from? First of all, why are you ashamed to acknowledge your lineage, sir? You're not Haitian. That's not a Haitian accent. That's a West African accent. Where are you from, sir?
Nah, I'm Haitian, bro.
You're not Haitian, sir.
I live in Florida.
Okay, sac passe.
Naboule.
Okay, there you go. You might be Haitian. Okay. All right. Okay, so you say we're a hate group.
Yeah.
No, it's not a group, though. It's a lineage. So we don't...
Yeah.
We're not a group. Like Haitians are not a group. It's a lineage, right?
I mean, it seems like you want to be white, just like you're punching down on immigrant because we got a different opinion than yours.
Sir, the only people who was punching down on you were those Border Patrol agents on horseback. They were punching down on you, okay? But y'all don't have no smoke for them. Y'all try to have smoke for us, for Foundational Black Americans, and we're the ones who try to help you. We're not punching down on you by letting you hold your own nuts. See, you got this thing where we're supposed to cape for you every 5 minutes. And we don't want to put the cape on for you. We want you to fight for yourself. And us allowing you to fight for yourself, you look at that as hate. Now, what kind of sense of entitlement is that?
Hey, I'm not waiting for you to fight for me.
Yes, you are.
Fight for myself.
No, you don't. Y'all want us to fight for you. That's why y'all upset.
That's why you're begging white people for reparation.
They owe us reparations, not begging anything. We're telling them.
How? You didn't do anything.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Example?
I built this country.
How? Peanut butter and what? Peanut butter is not an invention.
Are you saying that we made peanut butter and that's it?
Yeah.
Sir, we've made almost every household invention you can name. The modern toilet, which you don't have, the modern refrigerator, doorknobs,
There's
harn-
no proof for that.
Sir, the patents are still there, sir. There's absolutely proof. You can go look the
There's
patent.
no corporation owned by a black person, a major corporation.
Sir, you're from a
Name
country.
one. Just
Sir,
one.
sir, you're black. What corporations do you own?
I mean, I own property
That
in
you own
Florida.
pop. Yes, you do. And in your homeland, sir. Yes, you do.
No, down in Florida.
Yeah, in your homeland too. You fled from your
Yeah.
homeland because of poverty. But yeah, sir, but we
Give me one corporation.
But sir, the corporation of the United States, that's something that we built. The
You're
corporation
trolling. Just
we
name one. One.
we built this corporation of the United States, sir.
Just name one FBA corporation.
The United States, sir. That was built
You're
by
just trolling.
that was built by foundational Black American. That's the
What
corporation.
did you build?
Everything, every part of the infrastructure, sir. Every part of it. The railroads, the streets, the initial buildings.
Most of the black people were working in field.
No, they weren't,
America was
sir.
an industrialized country.
No, it wasn't, sir. America,
Yeah.
there was no America. North America was a wilderness, and we had to clear the brush and the bush to turn it into a metropolitan area. Black Americans, foundational Black Americans did that, sir.
Well,
and
was
you
Henry Ford a black person?
is what?
Was Henry Ford black?
Henry Ford used George Washington Carver as the man behind the scenes, putting in all the work and all of the ideas. He was getting his ideas
There's
from
no proof for that.
Yes, it is, sir.
There's no proof for that.
Yes, it is George Washington Carver, sir. George Washington Carver, who understood agrarian culture, was cultivating soybeans, and the soybeans were used to make the plastic materials for cars, sir.
Soybeans?
Yes,
They
soybeans.
use soybeans to make cars?
Soybeans. Yes, that's what soybeans were utilized for, to make cars. Did you know that?
Name one corporation that was founded by a black person.
Sir, I'm teaching you history. You don't even know basic history, sir. You're trying to
You're
troll.
just making stuff up.
Sir, you can Google and look everything I just said up right now.
Name one corporation.
Okay, no, but no, you're just trying to change the subject, sir. Look it up, sir. Look up what I just told you.
What did you say?
About George
It
Washington.
doesn't matter.
It
You
doesn't
can't name one
matter because
corporation that was
it
founded
doesn't
by
matter because the
FBA.
trolling failed.
You can't
Your trolling
name.
failed.
Now, your hatred toward black
sir,
immigrants, you hate us because when we come to this country, we got.
Oh, I got to hear this. When you come to this country, what?
When Walmart flee from the hood because niggas are stealing stuff, it's us immigrant. We come to the hood and set up a shop for you to buy stuff.
What do we buy from you, sir? Besides cocaine and weed.
Cocaine and weed.
Mm-hmm.
You're just trolling. I mean, black Americans are crackheads.
Sir, you know your homeland, and I've been all over your homeland. You know your homeland was a major drug hub. That's where a lot of the drug smuggling was going on over there in your homeland, sir. And they were doing that because of the mountains over there in Haiti. They can get those drug planes under the radar because of the mountains. Haiti was a major drug hub that's never talked about. Isn't that correct, sir?
So you admit black people in America are the problem because the drugs are consumed by black American.
No, it's not, sir.
It is,
sir. And by the way, sir, what corporations do you own? Hell, what business does your community own? What businesses do they own because
Go
there
to
are
Miami. Go to
there's
Miami.
yes, and I see the drug game. That's what I see,
You
sir.
see
But
the
there are
drug gang?
but let's be clear. There are black corporations that's owned by foundational black Americans here in America. So there are many of them, by the way, for your information.
Name 5.
Salamander Hotel and Resorts.
You just Google that?
Look it up, sir. Devon Industrial Group, Georgetown Metal Processing, Bird Electric, Baldwin Richardson Foods. There's several.
You're
Adams
just reading off Google.
So no, you said there weren't no corporations owned by foundational black Americans.
I
Look
said there were no foundational corporations.
Oh, wait, now you're moving the envelope, sir.
No, that was my point.
Oh, okay. So now you just said there were no black-owned corporations, and there's dozens upon dozens of black-owned major
And you had to
corporations,
Google them.
sir. And
You had to
I
Google
own
it.
sir. Listen, I own a successful independent film corporation myself, sir, that generates
You're just
millions of
making
dollars.
fake stories.
Sir, you denying the truth doesn't make it any less true,
You're
sir.
just lying in your documentary.
Well,
It's
sir,
basically fiction.
Sir, that's you projecting. Was I lying in 1804 when I did the documentary about your homeland? Was I lying in that, sir? Umbutu, turn your microphone on, sir.
Stop muting me.
Okay, come on. Sir, you have an iPhone 1 that you got wet when you swam over here. But was I lying in the documentary 1804? Were those lies too about your history?
I didn't watch it, so I don't know.
Okay, so you're not that bright, sir. But anyway, thank you so much, Umbutu. All right, let's get some more people in here. Okay. All right, let's get some more folks in here. Let's get all right. A lot of folks in here. Let's get how many people in here right now? Okay, so we got almost 2,000 people in here. We got a lot of folks up in here. Who is this person? Angel Kia. What's up, Angel Kia? I see you. All right. Let me see. All right. Who are these people in here? We got so many people in here. I don't even know who to get. We got so many people in here. I see you, Aki. What's up, Aki? I still got to call you, Aki, to talk about that business. Let me see. Who else we got? Let's get, let me see. Somebody said ADOS Energy. All right, let's get ADOS Energy in here. All right. Let's get ADOS Energy in here. Hop in, ADOS Energy. Turn your microphone on, sir. All right. ADOS Energy. Okay. I'm trying to give you a chance to turn your microphone on, brother. All right. Let's get PC in here. Come on, man. Y'all raise your hand. Y'all need to hop on here. All right. Let's get PC. And then we'll get Edward in here. PC, turn your microphone on. All right. Let's get Edward. Edward, turn your microphone on.
I'm ready. You want to go?
There you go. How are you, Edward?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. Now, where you from, Edward?
Zambia.
From where?
Zambia.
Zambia.
Yeah,
Okay.
where Elon Musk stole those emeralds.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, your phone is a little janky, brother. I gotta get you off. Yeah, you brought the same phone from Zambia over here. Okay, let's get okay, because now people's phones are acting up. Raise your hand if you want to get on and you got your phone game together. All right. Raise your hand if you want to get on and your phone game is together. Let's get Sevens Boy. All right, let's get Sevens Boy in here. Turn your microphone on, brother. All right.
Hello?
What's up, bro?
Can you hear me?
Brother. Man, what kind of phone is that?
Can you hear me?
No, brother, you got.
Hello?
Okay.
Yo.
Man, you done messed my phone up. God damn.
My fault, bro. Can you hear me now? I'm good?
Okay, no. You messed my damn phone up. My phone got an echo now. How your phone that janky, man? Wow. I don't know how people, there's so many good phones out here, and people still running around here with flip phones with prepaid minutes on it. That just perturbs me. I'm perturbed by that. All right, let's get one more call here because we're going to wrap this thing up. I don't want to be here all night. I know we got a lot of folks in here. By the way, everybody, y'all should have my book, Foundational Black American Race Beta, that's available on Amazon right now. Foundational Black American Race Beta. That is my book. Y'all want to get some good game? Get that book, Foundational Black American Race Beta, on Amazon. Follow me on YouTube. My YouTube channel is Tariq Radio, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all follow me on YouTube. Let me go ahead and wrap it up because it's janky phone hour right now. So I don't want to talk to the janky phone people. But hey, man, much respect, everybody. Thank everybody for calling up, participating in the conversation. And much respect. And in the Foundational Black American Tut language, I bid you a Papiakute and Lulavuve to the family. Y'all be good.